What's up, guys? It's B Wade coming to you. I'm going to give you my 5 favorite picks for Tuesday's NBA playoff games. We've continued to do really well. Looking at the free picks that I gave out for Sunday, we hit a 3-man. I gave it out as a 4-man, but Gary Payton Jr. didn't play, so we hit that as a 3-man. We also hit this 2-man that you see on the screen. Both of these were given out for free. VIP picks, we also hit this 3-man. And then as far as VIP game picks go, we ended up 4-4 yesterday, which is one of the worst days we've had in a while. But when a really bad day is going 4-4, that tells you how well we're doing. The previous 2 days we went 5-1, 5-2. We continue to do really well on the game picks. Overall, we're making money, guys. I want to help you. There's 2 ways for you to get into VIP. You can either use code NBA in the checkout and you'll get 80% off. It'll cost you less than $10. You'll get all of my picks for the next week. The other option is sign up with one of the apps I tell you about in this video, or any of the apps down below in the description. You sign up, you use my code, and you deposit however much you want, as little as $5, and then you send me a screenshot on Instagram and I will hook you up with a free week of VIP. You guys can tell all my picks and the odds are you will make money. But it's always gambling. I always want to put that out there, guys. It can go either way, but historically we do pretty well. Also, I do a giveaway every month on this channel. This month we are giving away a signed Anthony Edwards jersey. It's authenticated by Beckett. Totally legit, and all you have to do to be entered is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop a comment. Alright, let's start getting into these picks. We're starting out with Andrew Nembhard, points and assists. We took him last game. He showed up with 29. The line was 16 or 17 and a half. I'm going to keep taking him until he doesn't hit this, guys. You look at what he's been doing in the playoffs so far this year. He's averaging 21.3. He steps up in the playoffs. He did the same exact thing last year in the playoffs. And this is just what he does. Andrew Nembhard is a dog. I love the way he plays, and there's absolutely no reason not to take this. The fact that this is climbing so slowly is absurd. It was 16.5 or 17.5 last game. When you see what he's doing game after game, you would expect them to raise it a couple more points. They're not. I'm going to take advantage of it. Andrew Nembhard, points and assists. And then you'll also notice we took Ty Jerome, right? We took this exact same 2-man last on Sunday. And guys, I'm running it back. Ty Jerome, he's hit this now in 3 out of the 5 playoff games. But when we look historically, he's hit this now in both games against the Pacers this year. When we look back over the last, 9 games, he's hit it in 7 of those 9 games. And Ty Jerome is like an integral piece of this offense. Regardless of how the game's going, he's getting his time on the court. They lost by 8 and he still played 29 minutes, right? He's not somebody who just comes in during garbage time. He's not somebody who's just giving relief to Donovan Mitchell or whatever. So even if Darius Garland comes back this game, which he very well could, I still expect Ty Jerome to play at least 20-25 minutes, which is more than enough time for him to get 15 points. I'm locking in Ty Jerome and Andrew Nembhard as our first slip. You'll see that on the screen here. We're getting 3.3x for this on Sleeper. Sleeper is one of my favorite apps. They get their lines up really early. They have some of the best payouts for 2-man entries. Getting 3.3x for this, you'll get 3x on almost any other app for this, right? But we're getting 3.3x for this on Sleeper. They give us a ton of different promos, whether they're profit boosts, discounted picks, protected picks, and then a great sign-up bonus where they will double your first deposit up to $100 when you use code BWADE and give you a free pick for that first entry. It's free money. Take advantage of it, and then when you do, take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram, and I'll hook you up with a free week of all of my VIP picks. And you guys saw how we did this weekend on them. We continue to make money. On top of that, looking at the signed Anthony Edwards jersey, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you can be entered to win that. The giveaway for that happens at the end of the month. This is the 7th autographed jersey I'm giving away. We do one every month, and it's a small way for me to say thank you to you guys. So thank you. I appreciate y'all showing up, especially when I have to use alternate channels because YouTube sanctions some of my shit. So either way, appreciate you guys. Let's get into these next 3 picks. We're going with Steph Curry over 4.5 3-pointers. Guys, if you watch that Rockets Warriors series, I don't think there's another team in the NBA that can lock down Steph Curry the way that they did for the most part in that series. The athleticism they have on that defense is not going to be matched by any other team, and he is going to be able to breathe like a deep exhale playing against anybody else in this series. He still hit this in 3 out of the 7 games against the Rockets, even with the way they were defending him. Like, they were locked on him like glue. And when we look at how he's done against Minnesota this year, he's hit this in 3 out of the 4 games against them, averaging 5.5 3-pointers per game. And you look at the top 2 ways that he scores, which is pick and roll ball handler and off screen. That's how he gets the majority of his threes. They are in the bottom 30%. I mean, they're 4th worst at defending off screen, right? That's how he scores a lot of his threes. And then pick and roll ball handler as well. They are 8th worst in the NBA. So it's a great matchup for Steph Curry to come out and get some of his mojo back, get some of his momentum back against the Timberwolves here in this matchup. And so I expect him to fully take advantage of that and put up a bunch of threes and make at least 5 of them. Next, I'm looking at Reid, and this is purely a numbers play. Look, over 1.5 assists. He's hit this in 25 of his last 30 games, and we're getting it at even money. Like, the fact that he's hit this in 25 of the last 30 games. We look head to head. He's hit it in 3 of his 4 games against Golden State this year, and this is just purely the fact that he hits this way more than he misses it, and we're going to get it at even money. Even in that last series against the Lakers, he hit it in 3 out of the 5 games. I expect him to hit it here. And so I am locking that in as our second pick on this slip. And then I'm going to wrap it up with Jimmy Butler, PRA. Now there is an alternate pick I'm going to show you for Jimmy that I also like. But first I'll walk you through PRA. So we look at his last, 9 games. He's only missed this twice. And those 2 games where he missed it, this game he got injured and he came out 8 minutes into the game against Houston. And then this game was the blowout game. Didn't end as a blowout, as a 15-point game, but Golden State was getting blown out early against the Rockets in this game, and so Steve Kerr pulled all his starters and said, I'm going to rest them for Game 6. So he only played 25 minutes, and even in those 25 minutes, he went 2 for 10. So he came up way short in that game. But neither of those games did he play his full allotment of minutes. This one only 8 minutes. Otherwise, he's hit this in 8 straight games where he played his where he played the full game. And so I expect him to do something similar to that again. We're talking about playoff Jimmy Butler here. And so I am locking in Jimmy over 34.5 PRA. This is the pick I'm taking, but I'm going to show you one more that I really like. Jimmy under 1.5 turnovers. He's only turned the ball over more than one time in the last, it's been more than a month, right? You have to go back to April 1st where he's turned the ball over more than once. Otherwise, he did it against Memphis here, right? He just played a whole series against the best defensive team in the NBA, the Houston Rockets, and he only turned the ball over 3 times in those 6 games that he played against him. We're actually getting the under at plus money here. Even over the last 30 games in general, he's only done it 11 times, and he hasn't played Minnesota at all this year. But this is a great value. Jimmy Butler under 1.5 turnovers. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 6.78x for this on Underdog. Underdog has been giving us some of the craziest profit boosts during these NBA playoffs. They have a promo called the Extender. It's open to all players, not just new players, and it starts off with you get a 40% boost in Game 1. It goes up to 50% in Game 2s, all the way up to 100% profit boost in Game 7s. This is through the whole NBA playoffs. This is open to all players, and I've already made probably an extra $300 or $400 just by applying these profit boosts to my slips. It's a great value. It really will help you to make more money, guys. They also have some of the best lines, some of the best payouts anyway, and when you use code BWADE, they will double your first deposit up to $1,000. It's, again, free money. Take advantage of these sign-up bonuses. pull some money off a different app, throw it on Underdog using code BWADE, and instantly it's doubled without having to risk anything. When you do that, take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram, and I'll hook you up with a free week of VIP. And again, if you don't want to sign up with any of these apps, but you want to start getting my picks, you can start profiting from them. All you have to do is use code MBA in the checkout, and you'll get 80% off, guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in, especially on this alternate channel that I have. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you can be entered to win that Anthony Edwards autographed jersey. I appreciate y'all. Let's make some money.